Hey, what's going on, guys? Your boy Ghost here, and today I have another Destiny article. This is going to be going over the final ship exotic armor tuning preview. Let's get into it. Hello, this is the armor team with an overview of some of the tuning changes we're making in the final shape. We've been primarily focusing on updates to bring our existing armor and mods up to date for the release of the Prismatic subclass. This includes family-wide changes across a roster of exotic armor, as well as some updates to specific weapon mods. In addition to that, we still managed to find the time to branch out a little, including putting together a little update for those of you who just want a few short points a little update for those of you who are just a few points short of a triple 100 loadout. They're bringing back the glass again. Let's see. From Destiny 1, if you guys don't know, in Destiny 1, there was a thing that you could use on your armor piece to like re-roll 3 points in the armor. I forgot what it was called, but it was really important. Subclass matching, Prismatic, and you. Our existing armor and mods were originally released in a world where each subclass was only ever a single element. Since that will no longer be true with the release of the final shape, we've taken a pass through the existing gear. For the most part, that meant updating exotic armor and armor mods to reference the player's equipped super element instead of a specific subclass. This allows the effect to function on Prismatic without changing the behavior of the original subclass. For example, the Titan exotic Hoarfrost Z will require a stasis super to be equipped, rather than a full stasis subclass. We've also taken the opportunity to update the description of harmonic mods to better explain their behavior and fully support the strand and resistance mod. Fully support strand on resistance mods. Ooh, okay. So we're gonna get some enemies that's firing strand at us. However, in a few places, we wanted to make more meaningful changes. We've detailed them down below, along with our reasoning. All right, let's get into it. Hunter, Triton Vice no longer requires a glaive that matches your subclass to trigger an extra detonation. Given the limited pool of glaive options, we wanted to open this up to support a wider variety of builds. We also wanted to let the glaive melee bonus linger for a bit longer after you stop being surrounded, to add some ease of use and bring it further into priority with Syntheseps. Understood. Glaive projectile final blows now always trigger a detonation that matches your glaive's damage type, even when the glaive does not match your equipped subclass. The surrounded effect provided by Triton Vice while wielding a glaive now lingers on the player for 5 seconds after no longer being surrounded. Dragon Shadow has been updated to trigger its effects when you use Ensnaring Slam or the new Ascension Arc aspect, opening up for more buildcraft combinations. Hold on. Dragon Shadow is that PvP exotic for hunters, if I'm tripping. That one that gives you like extra, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Wrathmid or Mail, dodging and reloads all weapons and increases your both movement and weapon handling speed for a brief time. Foe Tracer now grants the bonus damage it inflicts on a target to weapons. The damage type also matches that of the ability used to damage that target, instead of always matching your equipped subclass. With Prismatic, you can apply the variety of different damage elements with your abilities, and this changes allows Foe Tracer to buff multiple different weapon damage types, instead of just the one you have that matches your subclass or super element. This is perfect. I've been wanting to make a freaking Foe Tracer build. This got even better. This is getting added to the Prismatic build list. We wanted to add a new and additional benefit to the 6 Coyote along with the Armamentarium for Titans, since otherwise the Spirit of Coyote perk on the new exotic class item would have granted the same benefit as the original exotic. We took inspiration of Claws of Ahamkara and added the abilities of 6 Coyote to create orbs of power from final blows using your class ability. Oh, final blows after using your class ability. I was about to say like, huh? How am I going to get killed with my class ability? This is implemented as an exotic, granting a free copy of the Reaper mod effects. Okay, that's really good. Renewal Grass, we heard about this already. As Renewal Grass has been updated to grant the new Frost Armor keyword instead of a bespoke damage reduction effect. On entering your Dustfield grenade volume, your allies gain an additional stack. You or your allies gain a stack of Frost Armor. About every 0.9 seconds, an additional stack of armor is granted, resetting your timer. I still don't like the change. Cross brought up a good effect. I was watching his video after I uploaded mine, that you could run in there and get 1 stack and leave, but like if you're running Renewal Grass, you're usually sitting in there. So like I still think the flat, like I think it was like what, 60%? Let's go look real quick. Do I have it on my Hunter? I think it was a flat 25% decrease. Yeah. While inside the Dustfield grenade, slowing field enemies to 50% less damage and ally receives 25% less damage. It's a flat 25% immediately, rather than having to wait for a couple of seconds for the stack up. I feel like that's unneeded nerf, but that's fine. If they buff it up to where it's back at, like, let's say 4 stacks, that'd be fine. Yeah, if they could just give us like 5 stacks of Frost Armor as soon as you jump in, then that'd be perfect. I don't think having just 1 stack as soon as you jump in there and having to wait for the other ones to build up is kind of good at all. I think they kind of killed the exotic in my opinion. Star Eater Scales has always been in a strong exotic, but after the Lightfall changes to armor mods, orbs of power are much easier to come by. We want to adjust Star Eater Scales to balance the effort required to gain the powerful effects. On top of this, we're making the change regarding the efficiency when paired with multiple players running Golden Gun to reduce the potential to fire teams to loop supers indefinitely. Bro, didn't we just go through this? Didn't y'all just change this and it was terrible? Increase the orbs of power required to grant the maximum benefits from 4 to 6. Didn't they have it at wasn't it just at 6 a while ago? And people was like, why would you do this? It makes no sense. Wasn't it like 8? I can't remember. I know it was some egregious number. 2 shouldn't be that big of a difference, if I'm remembering correctly. But overall, yeah, why? No one's really using Star Eater Scales anymore deliberately unless you're not on Golden Gun. When everyone's on Golden Gun these days, unless it's Arcburn. We'll see though. Titan, we've updated Ursa Furiosa to improve the new Void aspect Unbreakable in addition to its previous effects. Now provided increased movement speed while guarding with Unbreakable, also grants super energy for guarding with Unbreakable. This energy scale is based on the amount of incoming damage from the shield absorbs. This could be perfect. Great. Eternal Warrior, no longer uses an arc subclass for arc final blows to grant next. Wait, what? Eternal Warrior no longer requires an arc subclass for an arc final blows to grant an escalating arc weapon damage bonus. This allows the synergize with prismatic builds more easily. Its behavior related to Fist of Havoc is unchanged. No one's using it in prismatic, I can tell you now. Even after the changes they made, dog, Eternal Warrior is ugly, and no one's using Fist of Havoc in the first place. So, should have buffed Fist of Havoc and those ability changes. Fist of Havoc is ass. Like the 6 Coyote above, the armamentarium was updated with an additional benefit beyond the granting the second grenade charge. It now creates orb of power from grenade final blows. This is implemented as an exotic, granting a free copy of firepower in the armor mod's effects. It's perfect. Kepri's Horn was feeling lackluster in many situations, so we increased the potency of the Solar Blast, increased the damage from the Solar Blast by 100% PvE. The Solar Blast now scorches each time it hits a target instead of scorching only once. The Kepri's Horn now benefits from Ember of Eruption and Ember of Ashes, plus 30 scorching PvE, plus 15 scorching PvP. This is going to be perfect. I want to combine this with Suspending. Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. Heart of Inmost Life. Buffs in the HUD could easily crowd the other important information. We felt that it could be less of verbose in its HUD feedback, so now it displays a single consolidated status effect icon in the HUD to communicate its state, instead of 2 or 3 it's used before. The functionality of the exotic is unchanged. Syntheseps is an exotic all about being in the thick of a group of enemies. Its effects are potent to offset the inherent danger of being surrounded. However, we felt it was a bit too easy to carry those powerful effects once triggered into a far less dangerous 1v1. Reduce the amount of time that bionic enhancements lingers after no longer being surrounded from 8 seconds, 5 seconds. This duration is not visible as a timer on the buff. Great. Severance Enclosure is particularly noisy exotic when it comes to its effects blasting enemies around the battlefield. We wanted to alleviate some of the noise and awkwardness around the explosions to better bring them in line with other areas of exotics, or area of exotics. Its explosions now require a line of sight to damage enemies. We also reduced the knockback intensity for those explosions, which will now launch enemies more consistently vertically. Huh? Its explosions now require a line of sight to damage enemies. Was y'all cooking up something I didn't know about? Y'all was like nuking the entire map with only 1 kill? Y'all had some info y'all wasn't spreading to the ghost? I wasn't using Severance Enclosure anyway. Warlock. Mantle of Battle Harmony has been adjusted to grant more super energy for defeating powerful enemies, and the cooldown for granting super energy has been removed. This is intended to make it more potent in a wider variety of activities. Now grants super energy ranging between 1.5 and 4.5 depending on the target type killed. Remove the 2-second cooldown for the perk's activation. Ballador's Wrath Reavers has been updated to grant the new Frost Armor stasis keyword instead of the old stasis shard over shield. Activating your Rift grants you and nearby allies maximum Frost Armor stacks when the Frost Pulse is equipped. Activating your Winter's Wrath Shatter attack grants nearby allies a maximum amount of stacks of Frost Armor. When your Winter's Wrath ends, you gain the maximum amount of stacks of Frost Armor. Secant Filaments. Empowering Rifts will now reset a player's existing Devour buff duration back to 11 seconds when they enter, in addition to its previous behavior. Cool. Verity's Brow now requires final blows with the weapon matching your grenade damage type instead of the one matching your subclass. The better supports using him Prismatic. Oh, Variety's Brow is going to be good. Now give it an ornament so it looks better too. Oh no. Sunbracers. Oh no. Y'all Warlocks is going to be mad. Y'all went from freaking Starfire Protocol to Sunbracers, and now y'all don't got Sunbracers nerfed. Oh, Sunbraces has seen quite a bit of time in the sun for this season. We wanted to bring down some of its extreme potency and crowd control while also tackling the visual noise it produces on the battlefield. However, we didn't want to remove its core identity of blanketing the battlefield in solar light. Reduce the increased solar grenade duration from 4 seconds to 2 seconds. Reduce this increased grenade recharge rate to allow a maximum 4 grenades while it's effective, down from 5. Damn, son. Whoo! That's a big nerf. They got Cenotaph too? Oh no. When multiple Warlocks use Cenotaph mask on a single target, it resulted in far more heavy ammo than what healthy for the sandbox. It also pushed fire teams into using the same build, which is more reductive than you would like. Multiple players using Cenotaph mask can no longer trigger its effect using a single enemy target. Cenotaph target lock visual marker is now hidden for the exotic wearers, where it only appears for the wearer's allies. Understandable. Powered melee and armor effects. The term powered melee was always intended to mean spending a melee charge. However, subclass elements like combination blow and knockout would allow players to circumvent this cost. This makes it difficult to balance the potency or effect that require a powered melee, especially across all classes and subclasses. We want to standardize this better across the sandbox. We're starting with updating the Severance Explosion Assassin's Cowl to only trigger their effects when the player spends a melee charge or uses a finisher to get a final blow. We plan on rolling this type of change out to more content that triggers powered melee in future updates. Whew. So I'm wondering if this includes Mini Hammer. Because if not, that would kind of suck. Because you pick up the melee charge after. You pick it up after. So we'll see. In Assassin's Cowl with combination blow, you're using it. So Assassin's Cowl, the way it works with combination blow, you only spend the charge unless you kill somebody. So I'm assuming this so you can't go invisible. Because technically you do spend it, but it doesn't go away. We'll see though. Even if you spent the time to get that triple 100 Artifice armor set for your build, one piece was always a bit left out, whether you're looking to make everything match or get that last +3 resilience, or just want to get your hands on Artifice gear for the first time. We figured it was about time for us to tie up that loose end. With the release of the final shape, Exotic Armor will now be able to access the unique mod slot and free stats of Artifice Armor. Okay. Exotic Armor can now be upgraded after it's been fully masterworked, granting an Artifice mod slot. This comes at a cost of Exotic Cipher and 10,000 Glimmer. That's not bad. Ammo Finder updates. In the live game, heavy and special ammo finder armor mods reset their progress towards an ammo brick whenever you die. This leads to players receiving less ammo and harder difficulty activities, especially if they are playing on the edge of that skill level. In fact, if you were unlucky enough with the timing of your character dying, it was possible to never get any finder ammo bricks at all. I didn't know that it reset if you died. Good to know. And the final shape, we wanted to make ammo finders more predictable for all players across all activities. So heavy and special ammo finders and armor mods will persist their progress towards the ammo brick through death. This means you'll always get a finder brick if you defeat enough enemies, regardless of how many times you die along the way. Cool. Because of this change, we have disabled ammo finder mods in the Crucible, and player kills will no longer grant ammo finder progress in Gambit. We also find this change dramatically increased the amount of ammo players will receive in their average, so we have increased the kill requirements of both special and heavy ammo finder by about 20% for Guardians and a fire team. Solo Guardians, however, have no one to resurrect them once they're defeated, so we have left their kill requirements unchanged. Understandable. Raid Armor. The narrower application of raid mods allow us to give the potent benefits unique to the raids which they are used in. However, while these benefits are strong, they don't currently feel impactful enough in practice, especially since they may not fit into your existing build. As a result, with the release of the final shaper and making it much easier to layer these extra elements into your loadouts as you go for that perfect weapon roll. Removed all mod energy costs for raid-specific armor mods. Perfect. Conclusion. That's everything we have for this update. We're excited to see all these changes in the final shape, and we'll be listening to your feedback as you get some time with these changes. Overall, this is pretty good. I'm kind of excited. Looking forward to these. Honestly, I'm like more hyped about the freaking ammo finder updates. Sunbraces, I saw this getting nerfed. In my opinion, I don't even think Sunbraces needed a nerf. Genuinely, I just feel like the main issue is they can cover the battlefield, but also you see everybody using them because there's nothing much else to use on freaking Solar Lock, which kind of sucks. Verity's brow meta coming soon, maybe. For Titan, Syntho's nerfs is understandable. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you have a good one. And remember, stay spooky. See you later today for the swap. Peace.